y'all, so I am going to show you guys how to layer your skin routine, or just how I layer my skin routine. It is nighttime, so we will be doing my nighttime skin routine. This is like just an in-depth of how you would layer your skin routine to your skin concerns, and you guys know I love talking about skin. So we are going to go over double cleansing. We're going to go over your toner, your serums, your eye creams or eye correctors, your serum afterwards, if you have a serum afterwards, I do, and then your moisturizer. Personally, I really only double cleanse when I have makeup on, or I have just feel like extra oily that day, and it is getting a little bit towards my cycle, so I do get a little bit more congested in the skin. I naturally, I say this without like a solid skin routine, I would be on the drier side, meaning that I produce excess oil in my skin. Because I'm lacking that oil. So I need that moisture. And so around my nose and my T-zone area and in my chin, I can produce excess oil that brings whiteheads and blackheads and stuff like that. But because of my skin routine and how I've been maintaining my skin, I've gotten my skin to be combination. So it's very well balanced. I rarely have breakouts. They're mostly like, you know, towards the end of the month, ladies, you know. It's usually around that time that I would get like one, maybe two breakouts, but it's very rare. So I have the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse. This is my favorite oil-based cleanser. And usually for the double cleansing step, that first cleanse is an oil-based cleanser. Will help remove your makeup if you are wearing any. I am not right now. But if you have excess oil just laying on the skin, it will remove that as well. If you have excess dirt from the outside environment, it will remove that. I also just like how it smells. It smells really good. An alternative, a cleansing balm. I know Good Molecules has one. They're going to be like my main alternative brand that I can think of. Them and La Roche-Posay. They have some really good alternative products for you guys. Alright, so I just put that all over my skin, all in my areas and everything. I am going to go wash it off. When I add water, it gets like this sudsy look to it. When I do that sudsy like, that's when it's pulling all of the excess stuff out of the skin. So I will be right back. So now I'm moving on to the second step of double cleansing. If you watch me, you know I use the Special Cleansing Gel by Dermalogica. I hope you guys can see. Okay, I think it's out of focus, but this is my cleanser. Now, this cleanser is perfect for if you have combination skin, if you have, it works on all skin types, but definitely if you have combination skin, if you have oily skin, this works really well. Now, if you have dry skin, you are going to want to use a cleanser that has more moisture in it, because like I said, your skin needs that moisture to thrive. So you want something that says intensive moisture, something that says moisturizing cleanser, lathering cleanser, like something like that. You want to shop the Dermalogica line. They do have one. It's called Intensive Moisture Cleanser. It is one of my favorites to use on my more dry clients, like they really need it, as well as some of my older clients who are dealing with aging or premature aging. That's a really good cleanser. For alternative brands, La Roche-Posay has a really good cleanser. So just pausing here, I wanted to quickly explain that companies will use hydrating as an umbrella term, and it really confuses a lot of people when buying cleansers. You want to make sure you're paying attention to the skin type on the bottle. Dry, you need that moisture, you need that oil base. Oily skin, you need that watery, slippy base, because it helps balance out your skin. That is the whole point of what we're trying to achieve here, okay? Insert the picture right here. This cleanser is really good because it has that moisture aspect without drying you out. So This is really good for me. As you guys can see, it's like a clear consistency. So I'm just putting this all over my face. And if you are dealing with acne-prone skin or sensitive skin, for sensitive skin, I would use something that's a little bit lighter, more like the watery consistencies for cleansers, because it is just better to feed your skin with water if you have sensitivities, because that's going to help heal your skin and keep inflammation down as you're cleansing your skin. You want as little contact on your skin if you are sensitive. And if you are acne prone, you want to use something that has salicylic acid or a BHA. I know CeraVe has some really good ones in there in that line. So as you guys see, like, my cleanser kind of just disappeared onto my face, even though it is there. But that's just the makeup of it. It's like it penetrates so well that it just disappears. And when you add water, it foams up a little bit. So yeah, but it just starts to like set in the skin, which is kind of cool if you ask me. To wash this off, and then we will get into toners. After I cleanse my skin the second time, I like to just leave it damp. And this is just so that everything could just set in and just kind of air dry. So now we are jumping into toners. So personally, for toners, it all depends on what you are trying to achieve, as with everything in skincare. But for me, I have more of the whiteheads, the congestion in the T-zone area. I also have a little bit of hyperpigmentation that I am still working on. I just naturally have it around my forehead and certain parts of my cheeks and stuff. I've gotten it really even over time by using niacinamide. Niacinamide has been one of the key acids in my routine. It does not have to be the key acid in your routine, but if you do want, glass-like skin, you want to work on texture, hyperpigmentation, as well as those whiteheads / blackheads, niacinamide is your girl. So the one that I use is the Good Molecules niacinamide brightening toner. Now I just have a little mini right now because I ran out of my bigger bottle, but I absolutely love this. So I just do like a 3-second pour, or like drops, whatever comes out, like 3-4 drops, and I just take that into my hands and I just pat it into my skin. Make sure I get it on my T-zone area, because that is where those problems are for me. Now this one in this particular bottle is the professional line from Dermalogica, but you can get the retail one. This is the multi-active toner. This toner is like specifically for hydration. So if you are oily skinned and you need to get that balance that I keep talking about, where you get to the combination skin, this is a perfect toner, because you just spray it. I'm gonna spray it away from me. You just spray it and then you are good to go. A couple sprays will hydrate your face and kind of rebalance you. Another one, you could use the toner from La Roche-Posay. They have a good acne toner, and that's going to have some salicylic acid in there as well. And when you have acne prone skin, your acids are really going to be salicylic, niacinamide, hyaluronic. Glycolic is okay too. You just want to be really careful. If you have sensitive acne, you want to stay away from glycolic because it can be strong. So I would stay within the niacinamide, salicylic acid range. Hopefully I'm not throwing too much at you. And then if you are more dry skin, you want to just make sure that you can still use a toner if you're more dry skin. I would just use something like a liquidy toner, not a sprayable one, because you'll just be spraying for days. So yeah. All right, next we are going into serums. So the serum that I have been using the most recently is the Lancome Clarifique serum. This serum has some alpha hydroxy acid, some AHAs, which is really good for keeping balance. It has some really nice AHAs in there, like glycolic acid. It has some PHAs, which is like a new formula that they created that is just supposed to help with like a gentle exfoliation process. And the gentle exfoliation, basically what it's doing is helping with texture if you have any. It's helping with those whiteheads if you have any. Just keeping your moisture barrier balanced and maintained. That's really what AHAs do. BHAs are going to be like your salicylic acid, your retinols, continuously working to correct something. Another serum that you can use that helps treat / correct is the discoloration correcting serum from Good Molecules. I just recently started using this, but I love the ingredients in it. It has a lot of niacinamide in there. It also has like a triple complex of niacinamide. And basically what that does is when you have those hyperpigmentation or just dark spots from acne scars, because it has that triple complex of niacinamide, it's going to help it go faster. So any, scar reversing process, dark spot reversing process, this helps it go faster. I let my toner sit in a little bit, as you guys saw. Sat in for about 5 minutes before I put on my Lancome serum. I like it to just sit in a little bit just so that I know that it penetrated. When I did the Lancome serum, my skin had already absorbed all of the toner, and it was, a little dry, but not dry as like, oh my gosh, we need some moisture. Dry as in it has fully absorbed. You want your products to fully absorb, otherwise they won't fully work. You got me? I don't know why I'm like seeming blurry, but like I hope I'm not appearing blurry. So my next product is going to be my eye creams and everything like that. Now, eye creams are completely different as far as treating your skin. You're treating your under eye skin, which is a little bit thinner. So my sensitive people, honestly, I don't recommend an eye cream right now, because the skin under your eye is just so thin already. It's so sensitive because it is thinner. It's not a good idea right now. And I mean, like, for my really, really sensitive skin people. I mean, if you have like rosacea or anything like that, or you just get really inflamed, you just want to make sure that you are touching your skin as least as possible, like least amount of contact. So I use the Murad Vita C Eyes Dark Circle Corrector. This has vitamin C in here, and so I use this at night. If I decide to use this during the day or in the morning, I make sure that sunscreen is going on real quick afterwards, because you don't want to put on something with vitamin C and then not put on sunscreen. You will just become completely discolored. Like, you're gonna look crazy. And we don't want you out here looking crazy. I even put it around here. I already see in the camera a little bit, like my eyes, my under eye already looks very bright. It looks brighter. It looks like maybe she put on concealer. Like, I absolutely love this stuff. If you want a alternative I don't know an alternative for Good Molecules. I know they do have an under eye cream, but I personally have not tried it. But I do know that the L'Oreal, I think it is the L'Oreal Revitalift, I've heard that's really good. Dermalogica also has a under eye corrector. They have a few actually. They have this one called Awaken that's like a caffeine wake up. That's really for depuffing. So if you have a depuffing situation, you can go with that one, that in the morning. But if you're trying to brighten your under eye, stick to vitamin C, niacinamide, products like that, or ingredients like that, because that will help you reach your goals, okay? I'll help you reach your goal. Moving on, my final serum is hyaluronic acid. The reason why is because hyaluronic acid is to give you that moisture. It literally pulls moisture molecules from the air and puts it in your skin. This is why this is last. I would never put this first or second or third. I would put this last in my skincare routine besides, moisturizer. Moisturizer is last, but as far as serums and treatments and stuff, you want this to be your last serum. I use is by Good Molecules. I absolutely love it. I love the consistency of it. It's so thick for a serum that it really hydrates, it moisturizes, and I really feel like it is sitting there pulling all of those water molecules in the air into my skin. So I simply just do some drops all down my face. Like it's such a nice consistency. And if you are not familiar with the Good Molecules brand, that's okay. La Roche-Posay has a really good one. Or if you're more of a higher end skincare girly or guy, Dermalogica has a good one. Skin Fix has a good one. I tell you, my skin drinks up hyaluronic acid. It drinks it up. I absolutely love it. Then the hyaluronic acid, the glow is just starting to shine through. Like it is just shining through, and that's why I love this routine so much, especially for nighttime. It's so nice. And my moisturizer is Active Moist by Dermalogica. It is very, very good for combination skin as well as dry skin, because like I said, dry skin, you need that moisture. However, it's also good for acne prone skin because it's very moisturizing. So it's like it has a very moisturizing feel, but it's also very hydrating at the same time. And the reason why is because it is oil free. So it's an oil free moisturizer. That's why you can use it for acne prone skin as well as oily skin as well. And then it has water. It has triglyceride, which is like 3 different types of glyceride, which is glycerin, which is pulling the water molecules from the air into our skin, acting as a humectant. Also has some citrus in here, some aloe, just really hydrating and moisturizing the skin. Like you can see, if you guys look, it's already starting to like fall a little bit. If this was a super moisturizer, it wouldn't move like that. It would be just stuck in my hand. And you see how I put it on and it immediately gives me like the rest of my glow? Boom. Like that's all I needed. That's all I needed. I'm kidding. I needed more. But this is just really seals the deal on a skin routine, especially for me. If you have naturally dry skin like I did, this is a good moisturizer for you. If you want a thicker one, they do have a thicker one. It's called Intensive Moisture Balance. Now this personally I wouldn't put on my skin because this has a lot of oils in there. And so if you have like really dry skin where you need that moisture, you need this. You need some intensive therapy going into your skin, okay? That's what you need. But I personally need a little balance. So that's why Active Moist is perfect for me. If you don't use Dermalogica products, that's completely fine. You can simply use La Roche-Posay's moisturizer. I think it's called Hydrating. It's like a hydrating moisturizer. That one's really good. The one from CeraVe is also very good as well. They also have a salicylic one if you are acne prone. There's always something out there for you if you know your skin type. So my best advice is know your skin type from an esthetician like me or a dermatologist and just really see what is good for your skin and your skin routine. This is how I layer my skin routine and how I layer my products, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!